is full of misinformation and disinformation. Let me share some examples with you. A student, Josh, asks, "How's your paper coming?" A student, Amy, replies, "Well, my instructor suggested that I use the internet for research, and it's been very helpful." Josh says, "Really?" Amy exclaims, "Yes, I've already located 17 people who sell papers." An example of misconstrued information. This is an example of irrelevant information. Sue and Ellen are on a transcontinental balloon voyage. Their craft is engulfed in fog, their compass gone awry. Afraid of landing in the ocean, they drift for days. Suddenly, the clouds part to show a sunlit meadow below. As they descend, they see a man walking his dog. One of the flyers yells to the figure far below, "Where are we?" The man yells back, "About a half-mile from town." Once again, the balloonists are engulfed in the mist. Sue says to Ellen, "He must have been a lawyer." Ellen says, "A lawyer? How do you know that?" Sue replies, "That's easy. The information he gave us was accurate, concise, and entirely irrelevant." There are also cases when we don't even know we need information. Amanda goes for the first time to look at apartments to rent. She later tells her mom that she didn't know what questions to ask. Her mom, a librarian, sends her a list of questions a renter should ask. Amanda then realizes that she needed information about renting before she started looking. To survive in our world of misinformation and disinformation, our students require strong information skills. Note in the definition from the National Forum on Information Literacy that knowing when we need information is a skill. Knowing how to identify, locate, evaluate, and effectively use information also requires skills. Read the bulleted list with me to understand the many skills needed to be information literate. An information literate person is one who recognizes that accurate and complete information is the basis for intelligent decision making and recognizes the need for information. An information literate person is one who formulates questions based on information needs, identifies potential sources of information, and develops successful search strategies. There are more. An information literate person is one who accesses sources of information, including computer-based and other technologies, and evaluates information. The list goes on. An information literate person is one who organizes information for practical application, integrates new information into an existing body of knowledge, and uses information in critical thinking and problem solving. There are numerous approaches to teaching information literacy, but we are using the Big Six developed by educators Mike Eisenberg and Bob Berkowitz in 1988. Since its beginning, the Big Six has grown into one of the most effective methods for information skill building for kindergarten through higher education. Are we being fair when we teach to the textbook and or to the test, or when we send a student to the library, when those students really need deep problem-solving decision-making skills? This slide is representative of only a few of the professional organizations which establish information literacy standards. Now that we have a general understanding of what information literacy is, Let's concentrate on who needs it. First of all, we as citizens must practice information skills. We are bombarded with misinformation and disinformation. Do you know how to find unbiased political websites? Do you know how to contact your legislators? Is there a day that goes by that we as individuals in our different roles do not need information? Think about budgeting, healthcare, parenting, education. Are you practicing the skills needed to make everyday decisions or to solve everyday problems? Are we as educators using available resources to understand our students, to learn new teaching techniques, or to stay current in our fields? Do your students use the best information in completing assignments? Are your students challenged to problem solve and guided to use the best of the best sources? If not, you may want to read the AACC Position Statement on Information Literacy. In 2008, the American Association of Community Colleges, the primary advocacy organization for the nation's community colleges, supplied us with its position statement. To quote, "Information literacy is critical to success in higher education and lifelong learning." Within today's information society, the most important learning outcome for all students is their being able to function as independent lifelong learners. The essential enabler to reaching that goal is information literacy. These are the words of Dr. Brevik, Chair of the National Forum on Information Literacy from 1989 through 2005. The forum is comprised of over 90 national and international groups concerned with information literacy. First-year students need the best start possible by becoming savvy consumers of information. This important point was made by Betsy Barefoot, co-director of and a senior scholar at the Policy Center on the first year of college. California integrated information skills into its curriculum in the 1990s. As you see on the slide, Lurleen B. Wallace Community College included information literacy as a priority in its mission statement. Who needs information skills? Last but not least, all of us who are a part of the world of work. Alvin Toffler, leading futurist and author, is well known for his words included on this slide. He says, "The illiterate of the 21st century will not be those who cannot read and write, but those who cannot learn, unlearn, and relearn." The U.S. Department of Labor identifies information literacy as one of the 5 basic competencies for job performance. These 5 competencies were identified by the Secretary's Commission on Achieving Necessary Skills. In his book, Information Literacy and Workplace Performance, Tom Gold emphasized that today's workplace, in a nutshell, might be described as one that is knowledge-driven and technology-impacted, and where learning is lifelong and change is the only constant. While 58% of responding employers said that critical thinking and problem-solving skills were very important, 70% rated recently hired high school students deficient in these areas. Several major groups were responsible for this report on workforce readiness, which gave us those facts. In conclusion, information skills form the foundation for sound decision making and problem solving for everyone for a lifetime.